Noha. Thank you very much for that such kind of extensive and very valuable lecture, because I'm sure that most of my students do not know about all these, the whole picture of Middle East. And yeah, your lecture covers not only Arab countries, but also other parts of in the Middle East, and also the connotation of the wording or expression of Middle East. That is, I think it's very important for our Japanese participants to know. Thank you very much. Are there any questions? Do you have any questions? I hope that, I encourage you to raise your hands and ask questions. This is, Safa? Is that correct? My pronunciation is correct, Safa?
Yes, that's it.
Yes.
Well, first of all, thank you very much for this very interesting lecture. My question is, when it comes to certain countries in the Middle East, we know that they are pretty economically advanced in comparison to other countries, other Arab countries, but we see that they are struggling in terms of human rights and social justice. So I just wanted to ask if being economically developed necessarily means that the society will develop in every area. And if not, then how can that happen?
Thank you, Safa. This is very interesting. I love Morocco بالزوف, as you say. Okay. Actually, very interesting question. It depends how you define human rights, Safa. Is human rights political rights only, or is human rights women's rights, right for food, right for education, right for many things? So there are different conventions, and there are different ideas about human rights. But I know that your question comes from the origin of political rights, probably. And this is where, yes, the Middle East is still in a learning process. Actually, Safa, in Europe, when human rights developed and when the idea of democracy developed, it didn't develop overnight. There was an educational process. It went through different chapters and many years. And this is what we are learning now. This was the problem after the revolutions, the Arab Spring. Maybe Morocco, and let me share with you that all kingdoms in the Middle East did not suffer from an Arab Spring. Jordan, Morocco, Saudi Arabia, all the Gulf area, because people has sort of loyalty and respect to kings. This was not within presidential countries. Presidential countries, they all suffered, whether it reached the peak or not, but they all suffered from the revolutions of 2010. Also, some countries like Morocco were very intelligent. They made immediate changes. They made changes in the constitution. They gave rights to people in order, when they saw that the revolutions were taking place. I was honored to meet King Abdullah of Jordan during the Arab revolutions. He asked to meet some researchers and some experts. And although his people loves him, I know how much people loves in the street the King Abdullah, and how wise he is, and how his wife is very much integrated in the society and works with civil society. Still, they were worried of these revolutions, because it was simply turning very quickly into civil wars. So actually, to go back to Safa's question, when it comes to social rights and economic rights, the human rights, the Middle Eastern countries are trying very hard, as you said, and they are succeeding. When it comes to political rights, no, we still have to work on it. But the fact that there is awareness, the fact that there are youth like you who are aware, Safa, and many among your colleagues. So eventually one of you one day will be leaders in your country, I'm sure, and you will be making it happen. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think that Dina has a question, and anyone who has question, please use chat and yeah, put the in the chat that you have a question. You don't need to write down your questions.